Welcome everyone to the quantum frequency for divination. I am the Divine Mystic. Today is September 30th, 2019, and I'm conducting a daily love reading for the astrological sign of Libra. And today I am taking a look at Libra plus Gemini. Libra plus Gemini today. This could be a very good match. Okay, Libra plus Gemini. Please, what do we have? Are they a match? Libra plus Gemini, please. Okay, Angel of Adventure down at the bottom. Okay, with Angel of Wisdom and Angel of Challenges. Okay, yes, absolutely. This is a Gemini match here. So with the Angel of Adventure, okay, there's a lot of fun, a lot of spontaneity between the two of you guys. Okay, there could be a lot of things that kind of happen, and you guys are like, okay, you're up for the challenge, whatever it is, between the two of you guys. Now, where you guys aren't necessarily in sync is when it comes to intellectualism, because this is kind of the thing that Gemini has, right? It's like Gemini, you have to kind of match them on their level, and if not, they can feel as though, like, you could feel as though they're looking down at you, type thing. Okay, so there's this challenges involved in that regards. Okay, or just sometimes like communication. I think sometimes, well, one of the parties. Okay, now in some cases this is the Gemini, in some cases this is the Libra. That's no doubt here, but somebody could have had like higher education here as well. And like because of that, okay, the way that they speak or the way that they talk sometimes goes above the other person's head, or this is how you feel about this. Okay, so yeah, now I have pay attention to the red flags and release your ex here. Okay, now I'm kind of seeing this on, well, on one side, and like I said, it really could be Libra or it could be Gemini here. But I have love yourself first and romantic feelings. So this relationship has had a little bit of a challenge, I think, coming together between the two of you guys. One person is more invested emotionally in this, whereas I think another person isn't quite able to invest emotionally because of what's kind of happened in the past with release your ex and pay attention to the red flags. I don't see this person as holding on to their ex or holding on to another person. What I see this as them holding on to the experience of it. So because of it, with the Angel of Wisdom, they've really they've learned from this, and this is why they're not kind of readily available. Now, for some of you guys with the Angel of Challenges, you're feeling as though your other half is just not emotionally available. And this is how it's reading in this reading, because really I look at this and I think, okay, this person is an academic. This person is committed to like higher learning, or they're just again a very, very wise person. Very, very wise person. But the thing is with this person, and you never really know from one minute to the next what they're thinking or how they're going to or what they're going to do, because like they like work as much as they like play, and at the same time it's on, like, this is where I think it's the Gemini, but it's on their term, it's on their schedule. So when they want to work, they want to work, but, and leave them alone, let them work. When they want to play, they want to play, leave them alone, let them play, right? And they want a partner in this. Okay, with the Angel of Adventure, like they like spontaneity, and part of the challenge I think with Libra is that Libra likes plans. Libra likes to know what's going on. I have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided, which is talking about like the 5D records, right? So again, like Libra likes to have kind of an intuitive pulse on that to kind of know what's coming next. Gemini in particular doesn't like that. Okay, I think especially where if it's the Gemini who's like holding on to a past heartbreak or a past negative experience with somebody from the past, then definitely they don't like to make these plans. Okay, they're like, you know what? Let's just see what it is today, and we're gonna go from there. We're not gonna go any further than that. Okay, so that's kind of what's coming across here as the Gemini. Because I've take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. You could also be dealing with a workaholic. And the challenge, I think, with dealing with this workaholic is, again, is that, like, you never know when they're ready to stop working and when they're ready for spontaneity. Again, very, very Gemini trait, right? The twins, it's like they have two different sides of them, two very different sides of them. And it's like you just don't know what's going to kind of come out. But, like, I don't really sense that there's anything to worry about with this connection, because I think with this connection, the person that you're dealing with, there is a yes answer, and there's an attraction here. So this relationship is going to work out. If you guys aren't currently in a relationship, it's going to work out. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Some of you guys, there's like an ex energy kind of going on with release your ex. And honestly, this could very well be the Libra Gemini match as well that you're kind of looking back on. And like I said, somebody isn't like, you're not holding on to the person, you're holding on to the experience. Okay. And again, focus on what you've learned from it, and love yourself first is here as well, right? So really make sure that you're investing properly into yourself, romantic feelings, and that you are kind of providing yourself with those affirmations that are necessary. Like, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're ready, all of those wonderful things. Like, kind of like date yourself a little bit if this is what you're dealing with here. Yeah, so I have flow here with Imrama, where you've been called to journey to. So I definitely see this as like, kind of go with the flow, go where this takes you, go where this takes you. There's nothing that you can really do to move this along any further, is what I'm seeing here. Because ultimately what needs to happen is a very deep conversation. Now, this just could mean as well too, in this match, that you guys very much enjoy conversing on a deep level. It's just that happens to be a little bit challenged at times. Just because, again, like somebody who knows a little bit more about something, and they're kind of like, they like to flaunt it. And again, that's very Gemini, although it could be very Libra as well too, right? Okay, let's get a few moon decks. But yeah, with my capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. And thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Okay, so Libra, and like I said, Libra and Gemini, this is really coming across here as a conversation that the two of you guys are going to be having. And I always kind of see it that way. When I see these two cards, I thought, okay, that's a lot of words. These could also be written letters coming through here for you, or written letters to one another. And like, I really get the sensation that if that's the case and that's what's happening, the person who's doing the writing of the letters is doing so to ensure that they're saying the right things. Okay, so really, really thought out communications, but that's not surprising in an air reading. But also with it, it's just like they want to make sure that their voice is heard. They want to make sure that their voice is heard, whatever side that is on, right? Because it's like the person who has the higher wisdom or the higher knowledge is, like I said, doesn't really listen or doesn't really conform to the other way of thinking. And so again, this other person needs to make sure that they can communicate that thoroughly and fruitfully to them, okay? A lot of passion in this connection. But with passion comes, it's as much love as it is hate. I will say that, okay? So in this passionate connection, it becomes too much, I think, a little bit for you guys for the most part here. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. So this is down here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so somebody here has to, like, again, release the ex, release old energies here. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. So in this, okay, it's just kind of saying like things are changing in this connection and it's not pleasant. I have feeling numb, severe stress, dissociation, and shock, because like you could have been dealing with somebody who seemingly didn't care, okay? Like, but it's like in the beginning, this forest of fire, passion, aliveness, flashes of inspiration, right? Like all coming at you kind of at once. Like you would have met this person, okay, and thought that they really fit perfectly, because I have purification, like soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. But like, I just get the sensation that through this connection, you've had to endure so much, right, with each other. This could also be talking about pushing each other's limits as well, which is what I think is really kind of happening here, to a point. to a point where like maybe even some of you guys have forgotten about yourself. I'm at home in my body and at peace in my spirit with play is my pathway to joy. So indicating like for some of you guys need to get back to who you are. For others of you, okay, and I have black swan, an unforeseen event, a surprise, a hindsight. Okay. With I forgive and let go with ease. So something unexpected happened in this connection. Okay, something unexpected happened in this connection. It's very possible because I am seeing the Sagittarius arches. So it's very possible that someone that you're dealing with, okay, um, had a Sagittarius thing going on. So maybe Sagittarius on the side could have been happening. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, like somebody wasn't ready to settle down. Seven of Swords, play is my pathway to joy. So this could have been very well on the Libra side. I see that as being possible, like not being able to make a decision. Yeah, Five of Cups, not being able to make a decision on this Gemini. Okay, on this Gemini, and I think this person made a very serious offer for you. And again, whether it's Gemini or Libra, it doesn't really matter. But what I'm seeing here is that like somebody made a very, very serious offer towards somebody else, and somebody chose somebody else. Somebody chose somebody else. Is what I'm seeing in these cards. Okay, but like whatever this is, yeah, whatever this is all going to be fixed. This is all coming back together. I do have the the High Priestess down at the bottom of the deck, so it's like you kind of already know, but there is some disappointment, there is some upsets. Somebody could be walking away from this connection as well, but I do see this as coming together. It's really weird. Excuse me, because it's like the amount of passion that's there. And look, I have the Ace of Swords over here on this side with it, with the Six of Swords, Queen of Swords. Very heavy, like air energy is coming through here. The Six of Swords, communications coming through. So if you guys haven't been in communication, or you guys have felt disconnected from this person, communication is coming in through this, okay? And feelings are going to be discussed with feeling numb and Eight of Cups. Okay, feelings are going to be discussed here because it's like, how can we bring this to victory? Six of Wands. So there is forgiveness. I let go and forgive with ease with the unforeseen event. And I'm seeing it as like Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So somebody cheated. Somebody cheated is what I'm seeing. And or was just really like in the beginning appeared to be committal, ready to commit, ready to settle down. But then again, went and chose somebody else, right? They're like, oh no, okay, like oh sorry, that's kind of jumbled. So in the beginning, they approached you, they wanted to be with you, and they made that very, very clear. Now, and then they kind of switch gears really, really fast, okay, is what I'm seeing with the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords. So switch gears really, really fast. And was like, I'm not ready to commit, and then went with somebody else. This could have actually been a situation where somebody chose somebody's friend as well, or cheated on somebody with a friend, a friend in this connection. Yeah, and again, like breathing room. Now I need some space. Yeah, I need some space. Now, whoever was the one that was hurt, okay. Like I focus on what is working with the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So you kind of dropped this relationship like because of this. You weren't willing to forgive this person right away. And honestly, like it might not even be forgivable because this other person involved could have very well have been a best friend, a very, very close friend, awakening. Like it maybe like it took you a while, I think, maybe to see this person for who they were. But it's like here it is. Okay, now it's very it's very obvious to you, okay? And it's like, yeah, I need some space, I need some time to think. And you're putting all of your focus into work, okay? I have fruitful labors, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, because you're trying to avoid the Five of Cups. Like there's feelings of disappointment, but if you engage all of your energies into work, then you don't have as much time to think about it, right? Which so fruitful labors, growth, birth, manifestation, a harvest. So things coming through, okay, with the Ten of Pentacles as well, like definitely talking about a harvest. But I have the high road, doing the right thing, loyalty and ethics. I don't know that you're like, okay, this is tough because you're being pulled in two different directions. My instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle. With the high road, so you and the High Priestess. So you have this inner intuition, okay, because it's like showing up here as a Queen of Wands, but you have this inner intuition that is telling you, that you want to be back with this person, and you can't stop thinking about this person. This person's showing up as the Knight of Wands. Like, this is, everyone falls in love with the Knight of Wands at some point here. Male or female, it doesn't matter. This person's attractive. This person's a bit ambitious. This person has just about everything that you could want in a partner. And I do have the attraction card, but this could be the one down at the bottom of the deck, right? So definitely this exists between Libra and Gemini. This attraction and this feeling of this could be the one. And like the person that you're dealing with, okay, wants to King of Pentacles up. They want to bring clarity to the situation. Okay, they want to apologize as well for maybe cheating on them with a friend, but bringing justice and balance and a Libra into the situation, right? And this is what the King of Pentacles is doing here. But like at the same time too, I really get the sensation that you may like this person may not have you seemingly taking action towards you. You're making it hard for them to get to you. Is just I want to say that. Okay, so maybe there's some blockages, or like maybe there's not blockages per se, but you're like once you were available to this person, once upon a time, okay, before all of these things that happened, um, and like you gave this person everything. Like this would be late night conversations that go well into 3 o'clock in the morning, and this person is coming to you for emotional support. And like it's not just like, oh, I'm attracted, I love you, I want to be with you. This person is talking about their issues, um, with their parents or their exes or their like whatever their life issues is. Okay, they're talking to you about it, and they came to you for that emotional support, and you provided it at a moment's notice. It didn't matter if you were like fast asleep and they called, you would wake up, you would answer it. And that's just like how it was, right? But you're no longer doing that. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I'll always be guided back to the light. And that light is love yourself first. Love yourself first. So you're no longer making yourself available to that person in that way. And it's bugging this person because this person really, really wants to talk to you. But it's like you're like, no, I need my space. I need my space. Like you acted like this. You acted like this, and I'm like you're taking the high road. And with the Hierophant here as well, with the high road, it just kind of tells me that again, like if this person is not going to like be your person, this person's not going to commit to you, this sort of thing, like you're really not going to stick around for it. That's what, and this is what this is saying, right? And I think maybe that's clarity that the other person has now received, that it was like, oh, I did wrong. Okay, the Magician and the Moon, it's like I kind of fucked some shit up, and I did wrong, and I see now it for what it was, right? That this forest of fire, they can't really stop thinking um about you. About you is what I'm hearing. They really they want to get back in your good graces and this romantic feelings. That there's just that they know that like any romantic gesture that they're going to make at this time isn't necessarily going to be met with that love and openness here that it once was now. Again, which is interesting because I have the Lovers on this side and I have Libra or Justice on this side. So again, Libra, Gemini, Libra and Gemini here. So this could very well have been the Gemini side that got hurt. And the Libra side who like was going for all this emotional support and all of these things. And like, yeah, yeah, but my energy to turn, regardless of who, it doesn't really matter. But my energy to tune into the capacity, to the energy of love, gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. With Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, somebody needs to have this conversation with you, okay, so that they can release this soul pattern, this soul contract. This has also been a relationship pattern in your life. You may have been actually with more than one Libra or Gemini. And this is kind of like a relationship pattern that's happened, but it's really like it's taught you to kind of go more with the flow. Go more with the flow. When I lean toward love, I am led. So, like, if this is what you're dealing with, there is absolutely somebody new coming into your life. And this could be a renewal of this person. I'm not lying. I do have yes here in the center of it. It's just bear in mind the angel challenges are here. So there are challenges. As fun and as adventurous and as much as you can learn from this person, okay? Like it could go either way. It's the Ace of Swords, air signs, your tool, right? The magician's air sign. Um, it's a double-bladed sword. Okay, it's as much negative as it is positive. This passion that you feel for each other is as much love as it is hate. And it can get really, really hot. Okay, it gets hot and passionate in the bedroom, and it gets hot and passionate in emotion. So love, anger, sadness, joy, like whatever it is, the feelings that you have with each other are amplified in each other's presence. So just be wary of that. Okay, be very, very wary of that. And and if you want this person back, okay, if you want this person back, then you really have to forgive this person. You have to let this go. Approach it with completely new um new eyes, okay, because you cannot go into a situation feeling numb, okay, about the emotion. So you have to let that go. And it's either like let go of your past experiences so that you can open up with this Gemini, and maybe like don't necessarily suspect them of cheating all the time, and communicate openly and freely here, so that you guys can really have that beautiful relationship, because it's like the Hierophant is here, with Justice. You have a lot of major arcana cards. So there's a high potential of commitment. Okay, you guys can commit to each other. But again, there is this kind of sensation that at some point it is, like, it only goes so far. It only goes so far is what I'm seeing. So, okay, Libra and Gemini, this concludes your daily love reading. Um, this reading is going to come around again in Gemini season. Okay, so keep in mind for that. Now, if you're a Libra looking for like other sign readings, then they're going to be coming out throughout your sun sign. I've already done Virgo and I've done Cancer. Now I've done Gemini. So just keep that in mind. And if you guys want a personal clarification on anything that I've had to say today, then go ahead and reach out. Information for that is down below the box, down below in the description box, excuse me. And certainly like, subscribe to the channel, all of those wonderful, wonderful things. And most of all, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.